Hello, my name is Simon and welcome to AFC Bournemouth Analysis. Here's my take on our narrow defeat to Tottenham. So yes, even though we lost 1-0, it was a far better showing than we've done in previous visits to Tottenham, where we've lost 3-0 and 4-0 and the games have been over, in the first 20 minutes. In this game it was very different. We actually set up with a defensively minded formation, pretty much 5-4-1. If you want to, there's certain variations up front that we changed it occasionally during the match, but basically it was 5 across the back and a few players in front of that. And considering we rarely ever set up like that, I think it worked really well. We were the better side in the first half in terms of clear-cut chances, and the second half it was just really one lapse. Dan Gosling let his man go and Simon Francis put in a challenge and it wasn't quite full-bodied enough, and ended up rebounding back to Eriksson, who put it in. But in general we looked very solid at the back. We looked a bit of a threat going forward. I think Josh King on his own up top really led the line really well, caused the back four a lot of problems. Sanchez of Spurs didn't really know how to handle him, and yeah, it was yet another game where we played well and lost, but the positive is that we did actually play well. So the negatives, there were a few. Obviously the main one being that we've lost again, so we're still second from bottom in the league, and Crystal Palace have gained 3 points on us after their win against Chelsea, and the gap is widening. I think it's 3 points away from fourth from bottom now, so we definitely need to pick up points sooner rather than later. Obviously it's very early in the season, but it still can't be helping the players' confidence not to get any points yet again. Other than that, there were some strange selection issues. Dan Gosling playing, I'm not sure that was a good idea. He looked pretty lost out there. Every time he held the ball he lost it, and considering he was like playing as the forward midfielder who had to make things happen, he just didn't look comfortable in that role. And even though Harry Arter's been in poor form for us this season and really much of the last campaign, I still think he would have been a better choice, especially after coming back with the Republic of Ireland qualifying for the World Cup qualification playoffs. I think he would have been buzzing. So I think we missed a bit of a trick there. But yeah, apart from that, I don't think really there's much to criticise. Ugly is pretty easy. Wembley itself, what a horrible stadium it is. Loud music blasting over the crowd, so basically no atmosphere can be built up for the game. After the game, players could probably barely hear the fans applauding them. Yeah, horrible place. I'd say Jermaine Defoe being applauded by the home fans and the away fans, that was quite nice when he came on. So yeah, not many contributions this episode. In fact, there's only one, and that was from Twitter. It was from Steve Wright, so thanks Steve. And he sent me quite a long message, so get ready. And it went, "We were very defensively minded, same formation as against Manchester City, 5 at the back when defending, Diamond in front of that making us very narrow and compact, so Spurs couldn't play through us. It nearly worked. Had a couple of good chances in the first half, but you wonder if trying to have a go at teams might be more fruitful. I know we need to be tight and not take a hiding, but setting up for a point and not getting it, we may as well have a go." Yeah, obviously a lot to cover there. I think the main point though is whether we should be so gung-ho in matches, and I would say against bigger sides it's not a good idea, because our record, even though obviously in our first season we got that great win against Chelsea and Manchester United, and obviously last season against Liverpool, we can't kid ourselves, we've been battered quite a lot of times just for being so naive. So personally, I'm quite happy for us to play these defensive formations against teams like Man City and Tottenham, because we were so close to getting a result in both those games, and really on another day, if we'd got a bit more luck, we would have got points in those games. So I don't think we're too far away from getting results against bigger sides playing like that, but I understand people don't want us to give up on our attacking ethos. But personally for me, I think it shows that we're a bit more flexible, and that Eddie Howe's you know, wants to and is willing to change things, which I didn't think he was maybe a year or so ago, so it's good to see for me personally. So yeah, that's all for this episode, short and sweet. Please do follow AFCB Analysis on Twitter and Facebook. The URLs are here and the links are in the description of this video. Follow them and comment on threads before and after matches, and you will get your words written out in my annoying voice, so you know, what's not to love. You please do subscribe to this channel as well, like this video, you can comment on this video as well, and yeah, it really does help the channel get out there, so please do that. I also write for Yahoo Sport UK about AFC Bournemouth, and a link to my bio is in the description below. My latest piece is on Dan Gosling, and it's not a positive piece, but it also talks about the Spurs game in a bit more detail, pretty much what I've said here, but in words instead of me just saying them out loud. So yeah, thanks again so much for watching, and up the cherries in all departments.